Just before we go, it's been more than a week since some communities in Igando and Idimu areas of Lagos State witnessed explosions occasioned by sparks from high-tension cables that fell on petroleum pipelines. We return to the affected areas for an update on the disaster.
It's another inferno along the axis where similar incidents have occurred in the past. From the indications around the blazing fire, there's a pipeline beneath it, which is the system's 2B, one of Nigeria's most critical petroleum product distribution assets, traversing all the way from Atlas Cove to Ibadan onward Kwara State. According to some residents, the incident which caused panic started with a loud bang around midnight.
We just saw something fall down, and immediately it didn't fall down, the fire just started like a rainbow, the way rainbow used to do. It used to long. What is this from Yanodo? That is where I stayed this day. The fire just started long, immediately long, fall down on top of the bush starting to catch fire. From the bush, that's why the thing transferred. Immediately transferred to here. It was something like it go boah. As we saw boah, everybody run away because the fire, nobody can even stand to look anything.
Another resident told Channels Television of a similar occurrence not too long ago and not too far from the same spot under review. Some meters away, it becomes clearer how much of the devastation there is at hand. On this occasion, the damage involves System 2B and steel towers carrying high voltage lines belonging to the Transmission Company of Nigeria. The 330 kVA line, which is also critical to power supply to Lagos State.
I get here, I'm able to see this particular one. So it has damaged about 6 vehicles. So, and I now look down to my own traces. The pole down there, I think, fell, and there is leakage of fuel on the stream there, so it caught fire. So this fire extend the pole to fall. Then it affected another 3 poles after the stream to the other side of Barua. So all of them is mechanic village, and there are a lot of vehicles were damaged there. About 12 vehicles were damaged over there. So this side is about 6 vehicles. So that's but we thank God that there's no life involved. Actually, it may be lack of maintenance, because the other one, actually the surrounding of the sitting of the pole has giveaways that have needed for repairing for a long time, and it is like that. It is not attended to.
This is one incident too many, especially around these communities that share proximity to the pipeline. The damage has brought to this location 2 heads of government agencies, and they all have their versions of what is the immediate cause of the fire and the damage done.
This incident happened from those people that are bunkering. They went and tampered with NNPC pipe, and I think from there was an outbreak of fire, and this fire now went and melted some of our conductors on this Ikeja West Akamba 330 kV transmission line. So when a lot of the cable was damaged, then there is a tension pool, and that makes 5 of our towers to come down. The damage is very great. This line is carrying 145 megawatts. And you can imagine if in the whole day you do not transmit that light, how much is going to be the loss. Then secondly, it will take a lot of money and time before the towers can be restored. So it is a big loss to Nigerians. What I want to say to Nigerians, those people that are bunkering, I'm advising them to stop it. Let them find a legitimate way where they can earn money and live their life. Government properties is everybody's property. By doing this, you are taking us back. Government is spending a lot of money. Now you are taking us back. You are bringing our towers down. We are spending money which is not in the budget to come and repair these towers. So I'm advising them that they are Nigerians. They want this country to move forward. They should stop from these activities.
The Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, Malam Melekiari, is represented here by the Managing Director of the Petroleum Products Marketing Company.
When we heard about this incident, our technical and professional men, inclusive of the firemen, took action because of the first incident of reportage of high tension poles that collapsed and reflected in some of our lines. And there are 3 points. The first and second points have been quenched, and then it was depressurized, and then the satellite line was opened in order to support and quench the fire coming out of this explosion. What NNPC desires of the community is to ensure that the oil, they should not come close to any oil pipeline, as well as the right of way, because we consider life as very important. We may not rule out human intervention, human activities, but from this incident report, we've not seen that, but you can see the light coming up very close to where human beings and human life may likely be impaired or targeted. And except the full technical report is out, we will not establish exactly whether the community or any other persons is involved.
The agency saddled with protecting these pipelines and others also share their thoughts.
We have a fire outbreak on 2 locations, which happen to be a place that they have pegged before by the NNPC or SAF personnel. And this thing was caused because there were a lot of spillage on the water on the creeks. And this spillage on the water on the creeks must have ignited the pipeline that fell down, causing this inferno.
With power disconnected, possible danger posed by the dangling high-tension cable hung across Barua community might have been averted, but the sight could easily scare motorists and pedestrians. People have been going about their business along the axis, even though authorities concerned with fixing the damage are yet to begin work.
The information we had that the second day the issue happened, the engineer even says the people that they will come and audit the work before they will start doing it. And they say they will come on that very Sunday. So by Monday, maybe they will start doing the job. But till now, they will always just come and inspect and go, come and inspect and go. So they have never even seen them starting the job at all.
From what can be observed, the repair work isn't going to be a tea party, just as the call has gone out to apprehend those whose activity may be responsible for the colossal damage suffered by a large number of the populace.
It doesn't take so much to be a reporter on this platform. Pictures and videos of happenings around you are enough to tell your stories and attract developmental changes to your community. Simply post the pictures and videos to our eyewitness portal via the Channels TV app, which you can download from the various app stores online. Here are some of the pictures you already sent in.
The next set of pictures from Yobe State are that of the popular NGURU Central Market. Shops and goods were destroyed by fire on Saturday, January 8. The eyewitness says no life was lost, but many businessmen and women who had shops in the market were severely affected. But the eyewitness suggested that it might have been caused by illegal electrical connections. The governor of Yobe State, Mimala Buni, has since directed the State Emergency Management Agency to assess the damages and furnish government with the details of the unfortunate incident. Fire also gutted a one-story building at Saboke in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, as represented in these pictures. 2 flats at the top floor of the building were badly affected. Eyewitnesses said the fire started in the early hours of Friday, January 8, when neighbors noticed a thick flame coming out of one of the affected apartments. They instantly alerted occupants, who immediately evacuated the building. Before the fire could be put out by men of the Kwara State Fire Services, 2 flats had been razed and virtually all the belongings therein destroyed.
Thanks for sending those images. We encourage you to do more. That's where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of the program. See you again next week. I am Yobe or Taigwe. Once again, Happy New Year.